Hey guys, just a quick update. It's getting late now, so I want to make this short. Um, I've had a bit of a setback. When I did all of this diary and stuff, it knocked all of this out. Excuse me. So I've had to rewrite it, and all of this has come out all wrong. Blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of actually no, that's fine. What's this is what you will see. I need to just change a couple of these calculations. What's now going to happen is there is a slight flaw with this which I can't fix. When you get day 64, it then goes to day 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then it pulls in the fixture list from the old season, and that won't fix itself until day 64 when the new fixture list is published, and then suddenly all of this will come in spot on. But then what will happen is, let me just no right so when you then get to day 1, this will change to day negative, and then obviously you've got sorry, I'm just going to remove that. I've got an issue with a Facebook group which has absolutely nothing to do with PSM, so I've just so yeah, you're going to get some negative days in there, and they're obviously going to come up as no match. You'll get your friendlies come in properly. I'll do an update tomorrow. Sorry, I'll do an update on Wednesday morning, which is tomorrow. Sorry, Thursday morning, and then you can see actually what will happen. But if you look at World 3, you'll see I'm on day 62. I've got no match because it's the playoffs, and then you've got 63, 64, and then day 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually my pre-season friendlies from the current season. I will look into that, but I'm sure there's something I can do. But I don't want to have to be writing like 100 if statements. This needs reworking. I reworked it, and then what it did is it pulled it in on the current day, which meant that if you left a load of items to do, went away, and then the new day came, all of those to do items disappeared. So I put it back to a manual day entry, but it's now based on World 1 rather than World 3. I've still got all of this, so you can hide the worlds up. As you see, I've done World 2. I've not, although it's got the buttons aren't there. At the same time, I'm trying to run my regular teams, so I've still got to put the future training in for World 3, and then I've got to duplicate all of these sheets for World 6, and I've got 2 game days to do it in, so that I can organise. Basically, my World 6 team is an absolute mess, and so I really need to try and get that done as soon as possible. I'm actually working longer hours now. I'm working, and it's funny, I'm working an extra 2 hours a day, but it's actually taking an extra 4 hours in the day. I used to be home, sorry, it's taking an extra 3 hours. Excuse me, I used to be home by 2, and now I'm home at 5. So it's yeah, and it's just the wrong time of the season for me. So there isn't really any much that I've got to update with. I've updated my teams. I've tested a lot of calculations, and they seem to be working fine. The one calculation that I forgot to add in which I will be doing, is the training. No, not the training. The future training. You see there, I've got the growth, and that growth is based on the club facilities, as well as the number of trainers. The one thing I forgot to add in is the fact that if the player is 21 or under, he gains 1 extra skill point for each training cycle. So obviously, whereas that says 33, I can't remember how many cycles he does, so let's have a look. Bowyer. No, it's on the inputs. I've got to get used to this myself. Look, right. So Bowyer has a percentage of 13, which 13.4 would give us. I can't remember what 13.4 gives us. It gives us something like 16 points a season. With the trainers, and in this case, he's training stamina. The stamina will give us 34 points a season. Why is it saying 34 and yet it's giving us 33? That's interesting. That really is interesting. Right, okay. It might be to do with the number of staff I've got. Is that the one where I had? Anyway, so yeah, so basically you can see I've got to test my calculations. Now 13.4 with the trainer and the facilities, that will give us, I'm doing this on the fly, I do apologise, training speeds. So 13.4 will give us 17.6, but because he's 21, under 21, it will actually give us 13. It'll give us 17.7. So I need to work that in. Oops. So I need to work that one in. So that's on my to-do list. Other than that, I think it's just about ready to go. The finances are working well. I've got to input my new. I haven't done the transfers for this team, so what I'd like to do, once I've got World 6 in place, I think what I'm going to do is, I want to change some of the imports. This works, but as you see, what I want to do, I just want to change this macro so that it deletes the old data before it pastes over, because what we are getting is, if you've sold a member of your team and then you paste the new data in, it still has 2 or 3 players at the end still in. It doesn't make a difference because the lookup tables, it stops at the first player it finds. It's just really more tidy up, which is why it's a low priority. Yeah, so once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead with my World 1 team. I'm going to start a 4th team up. It's the 26th at the moment. I get paid in a week, and I really can't afford any. I cannot afford a thing. You know what it's like with monthly pay. You know, I've got enough money to manage, but I've got no money for anything else. So next week I'll start my World 1 team, and then once I start my World 1 team, I'll make a couple of videos on how to set the teams up. It is long and complex to set it up. I do apologise for that. But it's quite easy to update. So I'll leave it there at 10 minutes. That's fine. Right, okay, see you later guys then. Bye bye.